but really I've been in business since Barbie. Okay.
I love it.
I have
I
a
love
clothing
it.
business. I mean,
You
Barbie
have.
was my first client.
It was an emptiness. Even though I knew people needed me, I needed to take care of myself. I was not well.
Clean lines. Okay, now
Yeah.
it's clean. So what
No.
else? Good evening. Welcome to Dress and Address by Madame Butterfly. Yours truly, Constance at Boothe. And today, I am going to have pleasure beyond measure dealing with a friend of mine now. Valauri.
We are friends.
We are friends. And we're
Yes.
going to get right into this because there's so much that this podcast can reveal about what's going on in the universe as it relates to the wellness spot.
Yes.
Okay?
Wellness
All right.
spots.
One of the things I want to start out with is what got you here?
Oh. Well, that is a loaded question.
Well, unload it for me.
We got to unload it. Okay. So what got me here at the wellness spot is, number one, I'm from College Park. I grew up in College Park.
College Park.
College Park.
Okay, just
4545 Grand Spring Road. I grew up there. I went to school across the street. My daughters went to school across the street. Two daughters, Bailey and Blair, they graduated. And during the pandemic, I was riding around taking them to school, and I kept seeing that this building in particular was for sale. And it was a building that I frequented a lot when I was in school. It used to be a boutique. And I stood outside the window, and I could clearly hear God say, "You are looking through the door of your destiny." And I'm like, now this is in 2020. And I said, well, I'm already in IT. I have a career. So maybe this is supposed to be the place for the consultants to come, because I did need that. And to make a long story short, that wasn't God's plan. That was Valaurie's plan, but that was not God's plan. God's plan was for us to set up a wellness anchor in College Park. Why? Because there's not a spa, a fitness and day spa here in College Park that people really frequent. They have to go all the way to Buckhead or Alpharetta for a luxury spa. So that was the vision that God gave me, was to build a spa across the street from Woodward Academy in historic College Park on Main Street for our community. And here we are. And I built a spa. Again, like I said, my background is IT, public relations, and management technology. I had no experience in the spa industry at all. But I just moved where the assignment called.
Well, you
And that's
heard
what I did.
the voice. And the voice is real glad that you here.
Oh, it has been definitely a labor of love, because I built this spa, renovated it during COVID, when people weren't touching each other at all. So they were closing down gyms, they were closing down spas, and I was forging ahead with what I thought was God's plan. And here we are. We will celebrate 5 years in May.
That's
Of being here.
phenomenal.
Yeah. And I loved when you walked in.
Listen to me.
And and we instantly became friends.
Tell about that moment, please.
Oh, that
Because
moment
it
was so
real
amazing.
good talking about it.
It was so amazing.
Go ahead.
Well, what happened was your husband.
happened
What
was-
had happened was your husband came in, talked to my daughter, who was working the front at the time, and said, "I want to buy my wife a spa package." So got you a spa package, and I just happened to be here when you came. And when you came, you were so happy with your treatments. You were so, you were just in heaven. And then we talked with Jackie and some other folks. I think we talked for about an hour.
For an hour.
I mean, we had so many things in common. You teach at Clark Atlanta. My mom, dad, grandparents are all Clarkites. And there was just so much, there was an instant connection with art, creativity, just your love of the eccentric things that we've done in the building. And so I felt like you co-signed on what we had done here, and it was really magical for me. So I'm just so happy that we're able to spend time together to talk about
Oh my God.
entrepreneurship and how we are collaborating.
Yes, in fact, I just need to piggyback on that. My husband was so clear on this treatment that I needed to have and that I deserved.
Yes, you did.
I'm a teacher dealing with chocolate children every day. And just, I needed a stress release.
Yes.
And he said, baby, you're going over there to this place that says fantastic. I'd also come to the wellness spa once and gone and I got hooked by the aromas. I'm a scent person.
Our signature
That aroma was
candle.
pulling me, come on girl, come on.
Yeah.
Girl. And I went over there and I said, you know what, I'm coming back in here. And I did buy something that day and I said, I'm gonna come back in to find out. And when he gave me the treatment package and I met Jackie,
Oh,
I don't
Jackie
know
is
what
wonderful.
happened, but she was just like a little angel and we clicked.
Yes.
And there's something to be said about when things click in the universe.
Yeah.
They're natural.
Right.
They're without any obstructions. You
Right.
just don't have to do anything but just be.
There's an Eve anointing on
And
it.
most definitely. And
Right.
that is what I feel about this place, is that there's an anointment or anointing on it. So did you feel that you were directly guided or that God was telling you to do this? You did say that.
Right.
But how long did it take before you heeded the call?
I mean, it was a progression because the wellness spot that you see now is not what it was day one, right? So day one, it was the 2 buildings when you walked in. Year 5 almost is 4 buildings now. We're now 8,000 square feet. We went from 8 treatment areas now to 15 treatment areas, a lounge, a sauna.
You've got a sauna. I need to
We
hear
have
this.
a sauna.
We're good. We're
We do.
good.
So the treatments that we have, massages, facials, manicures, pedicures, waxing. We have 3 pillars though. The first one is spa, all those services. The second one is fitness. We have right now a Pilates class going on. We have yoga. We have pop-up line dancing. We have meditation classes. We have bar classes. And we love that fitness component. We have strength classes on Tuesday. And then we have events, because I think it is really important that folks that are members and guests, anyone that comes into the wellness spot, that there is networking that occurs. So it's not just a spa, but how can I build my relationships via wellness through the avenue of the wellness spot? So we have anniversary parties. We have hosted a ton of activities here. People rent out the place for birthday parties, anniversaries. We have a wedding coming up. We've had several weddings here. And so it is an anchor in the community, but I like to think of it as a place that people can establish milestone memories.
It's sort of like a holistic one-stop spiritual
It is a
shop.
one-stop spiritual shop. And the foundation of the spa, I have to make sure that everyone is aware, is John 5:6, and that's a scripture. Do you want to be made well? That's why it's called the wellness spot. So we focus on mind, body, soul, and spirit. And when you walk into the spa, that scripture is right on the front door as you enter.
That's really great. I always feel in every entity that is successful, and I've utilized it in my own, and that everything within mine is a holistic thing.
Yes.
Where it combines mind, it messes or deals with your mind. What are you thinking? What do you wear? Your body and your spirit.
And that movement.
That movement and that connection. And when you do that, it creates a complete experience.
It does.
And just the few times that I've been in here, I felt a level of completeness. And the only thing that I need is to know when I'm coming back.
And that is very easy for us to do because we do offer memberships, right? Monthly memberships. Come back every month for your wholeness regimen, we want to be a part of that. You know, we want to make sure that people are being intentional. One of the things that, one of the main reasons why I felt it was necessary for me to establish a wellness spot other than the calling is because I have been an entrepreneur now for almost 23 years with the IT firm. I have a foundation and I have a holding company for all of the real estate that's associated with this. But because I was moving and going and doing so much, I, during COVID, not only set up these businesses and renovated these buildings, I was getting my doctorate degree at the same time. And I had several doctor's appointments where I knew I wasn't well. I was not well. My blood pressure was very high. I had to get on medication, and I needed a place that could help make me well. And I spent my research on Black women, minority entrepreneurs, and why they stay in businesses because they are successful, right? Why do you stay? So, well, the ebbs and flows that you have as it pertains to being an entrepreneur. And many of them stayed in it because of their faith and because they knew the community was watching them. They had something to give back. But in the course of that, entrepreneurs, especially Black women entrepreneurs, often suffer burnout. And I was at that level of burnout.
What does your burnout feel like?
It was, there was a depression that no one knew. Because whenever I would go out, it was, okay, we got to push, we got to push, we got to push, we got to go, we got to go, we got to go. But when I would go home, it was like, oh, wow. It was, it was an emptiness. Even though I knew people needed me, I needed to take care of myself.
Gotcha.
I was not well. And so I wanted to be very intentional, to be transparent with other entrepreneurs that you have to start with yourself first before you can help someone else.
That's important.
And having a space where particularly women entrepreneurs, C-suite women that are constantly on the move, on the grind, can have a safe environment and just say, you know what? Someone else take care of me. Someone else help me, because we are often so much on a grind for other people that we neglect ourselves. And that is very risky, because if we collapse, the whole house of cards goes, right? So we have to take care of ourselves.
That's a good point to expand on. Having my own business, I know
It's tough.
that it's tough.
It's tough.
I've been in business since '88. But really, I've been in business since Barbie. Okay.
I love it.
I have a clothing business. I mean, Barbie was my first client.
Wow.
And my parents bought me a couple of outfits for Barbie. And
Right.
after a few days of trying them on, I said, Barbie needs some more things.
We got to get Barbie together.
We got to get some more things. But
I love
starting, there's points within you that you knew or know that something like this was going to evolve, because it was part of a destination.
Absolutely.
You have to acknowledge that, and we
You do.
as entrepreneurs, as females, as Black women, have to know that there's a predestination that is within us and a necessity to do what you are doing, and hopefully what I'm doing with my clothing business, to not only dress them, but address them, which is
love
what
that.
has led to why we're here.
Right.
The dressing and addressing factor of this.
Right.
And that's what you've done.
Right.
You were dressing something, but you were addressing a need.
I love that.
And so that is one of the reasons why I've been so adamant that you would be one of the first people that I bring onto this, because you are so much of a mirror. And for that, I am heartily grateful.
We are. And we were saying even before, whenever we have our conversations, we agree that what we do is marketplace ministry.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
It's marketplace ministry. So people believe, that they're coming to you for clothes when they're coming for so much more. When they walk in here, they think they're coming for a massage or a facial or, a manicure, pedicure, but it's so much more.
It is.
And that's the assignment, that's the calling, that's the impact that we have to have to make
and hear it.
and hear it.
Because every last one of us is privy to the voice, because the voice goes within each of us.
Yes.
And that voice wants to show itself out here. And this is how God shows up through you.
Yeah.
And you've heard it, and I accept, because I believe that. And I believe that we should utilize these things as not only our businesses, but our ministries.
Right.
And that not what we're ministering to them, but also gets ministered back to us.
Absolutely.
And then therein lies the completion.
I mean, and that just goes back to the conversation that we had. I remember coming in the day that you came and you had your service, because I don't even think I was supposed to be here that day. But I was so grateful when I left, because you ministered to me. You poured into me. And it was very helpful, because I know that God uses people to whisper to us, you're on the right track. You're doing what I told you to do. Just keep staying the course. I will give you what you need. And so I am truly grateful, because usually most days that I'm not supposed to be here and I come, there is a blessing for me that I can't even begin to compare it to anything. So I'm really grateful for that. You're very right when you say how people minister to us in our business where we think we're ministering to them. So it's an exchange.
Yeah,
it is
really
an exchange. It's the flow that you talked about
ebb and
earlier.
flow.
Yes.
And if we don't even call it anything, it's that we are called to do that.
Yeah.
And we don't even have to put a label, and I'm one that is so anti-labels and boxes. I don't like that. I resist boxes and
What did you say? You like to be fuzzy. You don't
like to be fuzzy. I like to be fuzzy and
You're
fuzzy.
you're not, there are no clean lines.
Thank you, because I
No
don't like it.
clean
That's
lines.
boring. Aren't you bored with
I'm
that?
bored with that.
I am so
I
bored
do
with
get bored
that.
with it.
Clean lines. Okay, now it's clean. So what else? Okay.
We're creative in that we, like you said, there are no lines, there are no boxes. It's just magical.
It's like isness.
Right. Exactly.
It's like what it is.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
what it is.
Right.
And then, when you do something in isness, you don't have to define it. That's almost like, how do we define God? Don't. Just be it.
Right.
And I think that's what happens when you do something like what you do. You bead it. And I know that is ebonically,
I love it, though.
but you bead
Yes.
it. Okay, be that.
Right.
It's like we do these vision boards, and we want to see these little things up on a vision board of what we're going to be when we grow up and all that other kind of stuff. But a vision board, as I teach my students, it's no longer a vision board. It's a be, do, and become. So what did you be? What did you do? And you're
becoming. Yeah.
And that's how it works like that.
That's good. When is your book coming out?
Girl,
We need a book from you. It's just so much knowledge that you drop whenever you have conversations with people. And so that was one of the main reasons that I wanted to sit with you, because the information that you just provide is just like, it's just like a faucet. I want to catch it. So I want to make sure that you know how appreciated you are in being such a trailblazer for all entrepreneurs.
Oh, wow.
And I'm so grateful for that, because I know that it has not been easy at all. I mean, just doing what you do in the fashion industry.
Oh, it's, what I do, and I think the same thing can come back to you. I have an outlet for a reason to do what I do, and mine is largely for my students. I cannot say this enough. Everything that I learn or have going on in my business, I make it available to them.
Yeah.
And that creates a continuity.
Yes.
So I don't hold on to what is not mine, but what has been lent to me.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. Repeat that. I love that.
I don't hold on to what is not mine because it's being lent to me. And so just like something is being lent to you, you share it.
Right.
Because that's how we see God.
Absolutely.
That's how we keep the flow of the bad boy going.
Right.
It's just be a vehicle through which it flows, but
Yeah.
don't stop the bad boy up by saying, this belongs to me. It don't
Right.
belong. Ain't nothing belonging to you.
Absolutely.
And trust me, It doesn't. And I've had to learn that. But I don't have to learn it because I feel I give more about it away. And then I think about it. I said, dang, you just opened up the store. And I'm saying everybody can come to Madam Butterfly. I'm going to tell you how to do it all. Be advised. See, this is what all of this is about.
Yeah.
This is what the podcast is about. It's not just for me to like reestablish me or reestablish you.
Right.
But
It's
to
sharing.
be sharing and let everybody, if they can see you, if they can see me, they can see the possibilities of themselves.
Absolutely.
If you can do it, I can do this.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to tell you, I
Absolutely.
started my business because I got fired from a job. How about that for transparency?
And that's how a lot of businesses start.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do believe that
That's God
when
saying
you,
enough is
right,
enough.
since you wouldn't leave, I'm gonna help you get this business started. You don't have a choice now.
But
Start.
you have a choice of staying in complacency.
You do.
Looking behind
You do.
the three doors. Like, Money Hall.
Yes. Yeah.
You got door number 1, you're going to get a microwave. Door number 2, you might get, a trip to Vegas. Number 3, you might get the BMW. But now, on a spiritual sense, we got the door of complacency,
Ooh.
the door of, all right, well, I can't do that. Or take the veil out and go for the thing that changes
for it. Go
the
for it.
trajectory of your life.
Go for it. It's scary.
It is scary.
But it's necessary because what someone told me, and I really remembered this, when you don't move in what you know you should be doing, not only are you blocking your blessing, but you're blocking somebody else's
you
blessing.
better believe it.
You're and I don't want that on my hands, that I'm blocking somebody else's blessing. So I say, okay, God, use me for what I need to be used for. Because it's too many people that are counting on you and that are counting on me and are counting on others to do what they know they should be doing. And when we feel that uncomfortableness, where it's just not comfortable, that's when you know you're doing the right thing.
It's called divine discontent.
Yes.
Divine discontent.
I love it.
It's that thing in there that is saying you're uncomfortable.
Right.
And the spirit is saying, I'm using you as a vehicle. You need to move on the bad boy. Remove the stops.
That uncomfortableness is necessary to the growth that people are depending on from you. Yes. You got to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
You have to be.
And it's okay. And it's not even uncomfortable. It's just energy. God is energy. If we just laid off in complacency, we wouldn't feel a thing. We'd be the same way we were when we laid down.
Yeah.
Why get up?
Right. Right.
And that's the whole point.
Right. Right.
But when we get out of complacency or we get that little urge, it's like the universe is saying, I need you to show me.
Yep.
And I don't like to put a gender on what I considered God. I call it the universe.
Right.
And this was not supposed to be, no.
You can,
Whatever we're doing,
what
we're supposed to be doing.
But you know what I want you to talk about?
What's that?
Because I think it's going to help me and others. You've been in business since 1988.
Yeah.
1988. Talk about why you didn't stop. Why didn't you stop? Because I'm sure there was a time in your career where you said, this is too hard.
Never.
You never felt that?
No, no. When I started this, first of all, I like to get my clothes wholesale. Okay. So I'm in the clothing business, and as long as I'm able to go get some of the things that I absolutely love at a wholesale price, I ain't
that
getting
wouldn't
others.
stop. Right.
No,
Absolutely.
that was the first one. And I say that in
Absolutely.
jest, but I'm serious.
And I want to get these boots
Honey,
too.
they're
I'm
done,
going to say that one more time. And
It's already done. I've already figured out what time I'm
I
going to call
can't
them
wait
in the
to get
morning.
my boots. Okay.
Coming for you guys.
Yes, yes.
I would say things become challenging,
Okay.
but I never quit. I never stopped.
Did you ever one time say, you know what? Let me pause on this because it's not going the way that I want it to go. Or, because I've been doing it for a while, let me just take a breather.
Well, I would say those sort of sentiments occurred in stages.
Mm-hmm.
I started it, first of all, selling. I had gotten laid off from a job.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm of Jamaican descent. And you don't find a Jamaican sitting on the curb unless they want to be up there, okay, Dougie?
We moving. We
We
shaking.
We moving.
We
We
finding a
shaking.
way to make it happen.
I couldn't let anybody in my family know that I had gotten fired or that I didn't have a job. I come from a family of achievers.
Got it.
You know, I'm third generation HBC.
Got
in the
it.
house.
Come on now.
And
Okay.
you just don't do that.
Right.
So me losing my job kind of threw it off. But then the thing is this, I started off small, like, how do I survive in the midst of this? So I hired myself out as a temp. And then a friend of mine came to my house and said, girl, I got some shoes that I bought from Brazil. And shoes, I will tell you, will motivate me. If I have the
That's your motivator.
honey, you give me shoes or food, I'm getting the shoes because somebody going to feed me, baby.
I love it. I love it.
But anyway, long story short, it was in stages, it was in increments of going from a temp to the next step of getting and partnering with this person for a few moments. I'd say.
Collaboration, right?
We collaborated and we actually went to Brazil. We got
Wow.
investors. We stayed for 3 weeks.
Wow.
I've never been to Brazil. I speak very broken Spanish, but I'm pretty good at times.
All right.
But we go over there with her Portuguese and my Spanish and a tent. And some people that believed in us and some money. We got 1,100 pairs of shoes. And
Wow.
then the games began.
Wow.
So it would go to different levels. And then when partnerships change and people go different ways, which is good, it's always good.
Right.
Then you go to the next thing. And then you figure out how you're going to make it from that point. And then the universe will provide something else when you are open to hearing it. So I never quit. I've never quit this. Since I started it, I've never stopped.
Wow.
I've done other things, but I never stopped.
Yeah.
I can't stop because it's
That's
part of
the-
my ministry.
Right.
Because I do believe in addressing the spirit.
Right.
So everything is as it is within, it is without. And so as I'm addressing what's in here, I'm addressing what is out here, how
Yeah.
you're showing up in completion.
Right. Right.
So
I love that.
I don't know.
I love that. And I particularly love it because what I wanted when I started my IT career was a boutique. It was a boutique. And
You have one. A
I-
wellness
I- Well,
boutique.
I had an online store. It was with eBay. I was selling a lot of things with eBay and it was successful. And I was shadowing this girl. I was going to buy her business. And I had an accountant look at her books and they were cooked. And that's when I decided, nope, this is not what I should be doing. And then I switched into IT. So that was part of the name for the wellness spot is a piece of the boutique was Conversation Pieces, the wellness spot. Conversation Pieces Boutique was the original business that I had. So I incorporated some of that into the wellness spot for the name.
But you still have a boutique. If you break down what a boutique is,
Come on.
actually it is bringing things of uniqueness
Together.
together and selling, relating, servicing, but let me say, it's not in small segments because boutiques can be large, but it is more of a concentration
Yeah.
of bringing
I
things
love that.
together and putting them under whatever. And that's what you have.
I love
so
that.
you may not have had a boutique with the clothing, but you have had a boutique of services.
Yeah.
A boutique of products out here. A boutique of emotions that this thing
I
emits.
love that.
So a boutique can be synonymous to whatever you put behind it
I
as
love
the
that.
definition
I love
for
that.
the boutique.
I love that. I love that. I love
But
that.
it's the truth. You know, we can talk and talk and talk.
We can.
And one other thing, we said we were going to bring up the M word. Menopause.
Ooh. We are so excited about that word because
This is a segue into what we're going to do.
right into what we are doing at the Wellness Spot. We're working with a number of doctors to provide a platform for women to discuss menopause in a very comical way.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the menopause, the workshops are cold and, okay, this is what you need to do. We know what we need to do.
Yeah.
We know what we need to do. But let's talk about it from a comedic standpoint. Because we have to go through it. How do we get through it with laughter? Because of course, laughter is the best medicine. I mean, what are your thoughts on why, like in the Black community, particularly, there are lots of things that we don't talk about. We don't like to talk about sex. Well, some of us do. I don't know.
But I mean, we got our spots on
Some of us do.
Yeah.
We don't like to talk about cancer. A lot of people still call it the C word. And menopause. That is not something that my mom or her mom sat down and talked about. I don't know if that was the same for you
my mother told me she didn't go through it.
She did.
But what she would do,
Oh, Lord.
you'd look in their little bedroom in November or December, and we're from Philly, and you'd see the window open, and you'd see little icicles coming down on the window, and then you see my daddy laying up in the bed with a scarf around his neck like
Oh,
this.
Lord. And
But she wasn't going through menopause.
She wasn't going through it at all.
She wasn't
No.
going through it, but I'm
Those
telling
are
you.
the kinds of things that we want to talk about. The comedy in going through menopause, right?
Do a book on it.
We got to do a book. Well, there are plenty of books that we're going to talk about, but I feel like there are a couple of books that you have on your sleeve that need to come on out.
I think this can be a continuation.
I think so. Is this part one?
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And what I'm going to do now, which I don't want to do, but what we're going to do is we're going to put a pause on this.
Yes.
I will not use a period, but this is called a pause.
Okay.
And this conversation, in knowing you, sharing me, you being so gracious in your sharing and your exchange, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. You've been worth the wait to get to be one of the first people that I brought to dressing and addressing, because you're critical to this situation. We need you. We have to have you. And you're helping to bring out those little things that we sometimes as women put on the back burner, which is ourselves.
Absolutely.
And so for that, this has been a real good
pausing.
And this is to be continued for all out here, because this conversation is not over.
We have so much more to discuss.
Oh, I'm telling you, we could be here forever, and I know that we won't, but we are. So it is. So with that being said, Valaurie,
I have enjoyed
from the Wellness Lounge,
ATL. Make sure they follow us on.
You know what? Let's get the commercial out.
Come on. All right. So we are in historic College Park on Main Street. Yes, historic College Park, right between the Breakfast Boys and Break Pad. And we are Wellness Spot ATL on Instagram, and our website is thewellnessspotATL.com. Book your massages, book your facials.
And don't forget Jackie.
Mani-pedi Jackie. And she is at Spelman. So she's
is.
right there in the AU Center.
Listen, everything's
Yes.
in the AU Center. If you want to say that.
Everything. I'm coming to visit too.
You do. And you
Your class. I got to come visit your class.
Yeah. Oh, I'll let you come.
Yeah.
Talk to them about entrepreneurship.
Absolutely.
About keeping things.
Field trip. We can bring them over here.
We'll
We have
figure
a
it
lot
out.
to do. This is just part one.
Okay, and let me make my pause. I got to make sure I do a little commercial to play for the entertainment.
Come on now. Yes. I wish you could sing us out.
I could, but the laryngitis has a hold on
man.
me.
Okay, well, that's part
But that's
two.
all right. That's part
Okay.
3, because I got to get a...
Part 3. And maybe we'll have a jazz set here for you And
Let's
maybe
have a jazz set in here.
Yeah, in here
Yes.
and outside. We got a lot of places we got to do that.
See, we got some things.
We got some things.
There's nothing but God, and
We
God's
got
in the
some
midst of
things.
this.
Yes.
God's in the midst of Madame with an E.
Yes.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
.com. And this is Constance Boothe. You're a very, very ecstatic hostess
Yes.
for a wonderful exchange with a
been wonderful.
magnificent woman that we are on pause with.
All right. Press and pause.
And so it is.